Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be talking about the 3-3 portal, which is occurring on 3/3/2021, March 3rd. And this is a beautiful energy. I've been feeling this. I've been talking about this over the past few days with this full moon in Virgo that's happening on the 27th. I'm really feeling that preparing us for some of these energies and really opening up some of those energies for this portal. And so it's going to be a really, really powerful portal, I feel. It was very powerful. It's always very powerful. This 3-3, this is one of the big ones, just because of the energy that the 3 carries, especially the 33, which is the number of mastery. It is the master teacher number. The 3s represent the ascended masters. And so we feel them coming through very strongly to support us, to guide us, to aid us in that balancing of the mind, body, and spirit, right? The triangle. Those are the 3 sides, the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so we're being called to bring all of those into balance. We're being assisted in bringing those all into balance and understanding what happens and how we can flow more fluidly in our lives when those aspects of our being are all in balance together, because they all affect each other. And in order for us to ascend and to be awakened, we have to be fully activated and fully balanced in all of those areas of our being. This is a powerful number as well, because it's that energy of possibility and increase, right? When the 2 become the 3. And so I'm feeling this and have been feeling this really as an activation and an upgrading of our masculine and feminine energies as they move more toward their divine and sacred expression. And so we can see this. They sometimes call the 3-3 a twin flame number, because it's that energy of the 2 energies, the masculine and the feminine energy, coming together to create the 3rd energy, which is that portal, that energy of unconditional love, also that energy of creation. In order for a creation to occur, 2 energies have to produce a 3rd energy, 2 opposing polarities producing that 3rd energy. And I say opposing, right? They're not really, they're balancing. But we won't get into all of that. But it is that energy, right, of creating that 3rd energy. So it's an energy of increase. It's an energy of abundance. It's an energy of manifesting. It's an energy of bringing things into tangible physical form, of creating new possibilities. It's an energy of learning and creating and really being the student and the teacher. And I am feeling with this portal and this energy that there are people that are going to be called to step up into greater roles and expressions as teachers. This is the master teacher energy. So our inner master teacher is being activated, and we are being guided to the ways that we can share our wisdom, to the ways that we can teach others, knowing that as we teach, we also continue to learn more. We are always eternally both the teacher and the student, but we're really stepping into that role as, what can I share? What can I teach? Just that energy coming through very strongly. I'm feeling that Mary Magdalene energy of the teacher awakens from what are they called? The Keepers of the Light deck there. Sorry, I've done a lot of videos today. I'm feeling pretty hyped up with the energy here. And I think I'm tapping into that 3-3 portal energy, which is very high vibrational. And so it's making me even a little bit faster than usual. I also drank a little bit of coffee, so... But yeah, it's big, powerful energy, that teacher in us being awakened and activated. I'm feeling that Joan of Arc energy coming through strongly too, with the really giving us the empowerment to step forward and share our voice, share what it is that we know, that we've learned up until this point, that can benefit others and humanity, because it's a big energy of benefiting others and humanity. What else am I feeling with this? Yeah, just lots of positive changes, lots of manifestation of our desires, lots of really stepping into the next phase of our roles as stewards of this earth. And so we're going to start with a couple Starseed Oracle cards here. Clear. What guidance do we have? What energies are present around this 3-3 portal? Let's get some guidance from the stars. And we have Star Family coming out. You're a part of a team of souls. Call in support. So really uniting with your soul family. Soul families being drawn together, right? This is that energy of collaboration, which is very much that 3 energy as well. That teacher, that student, that learning, that growing energy. And so calling in support from your star family, from your team of souls, both on this planet and not. Your star family that is not incarnated is supporting you and is always there to supply you with guidance, to supply you with fresh energy and inspiration. And you are drawing towards you those members of your star family that are incarnated on Earth, that are going to be coming together for this mission. I'm feeling that as the second part of this process, right? The first part, we're all anchored all over the world to anchor in the light. And there are little pockets of us, but we're mostly separate to an extent because we're needed all over the world to anchor in that light. But then I'm feeling us being drawn closer together into these slightly bigger clusters and communities where we'll be anchoring in even more light. It's like we anchored it in all these places. And now that that's anchored in, it's not needed in all of those different coordinates anymore, but bigger pockets of that energy are needed in different coordinates. And so we're going to be moving into those communities together with our star families in order to continue to seed the light, which is really, really beautiful. Any more energy coming out? But yeah, call in that support if you feel that you need it. It is always there for you. Call in, work on calling in your star family in your physical world, and definitely work on connecting with your star family that is still up there, hanging out, watching over you all the time. And then we have portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Of course, the portal energy or the portal card would come through in the portal reading, right? And earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So this is also that energy of anchoring, right? Being grounded, anchoring in the light, but also knowing and understanding that we are, yes, we are celestial beings. We are star beings, but we are here having this human experience. We could not, like our star family can only do so much from up there. We had to come down and be on the ground floor here in order to really make this shift happen. We are like, in that way, I don't mean to like toot our horn too much, but we're pretty important. Because nothing could be done. Like they can guide us, they can assist us, but we're the ones down here on the ground floor making it happen. And so it's like recognition for that coming through, and also just like recognition of what that responsibility means, and not in the sense that we have to wear it like a burden. It's not like a carry the world on your shoulders kind of energy. No, we're here to experience joy and bliss, but we're here to learn how to experience that as human beings. What it means to be human, really tapping into that. And the more we tap into and explore the beauty of what it means to be human, the more we're able to assist humanity, because the more that energy connects, right? We're able to connect, we're able to empathize, and we're able to uplift humanity by connecting with it. Right? And so that is it's like connecting into what it means to be in this world. Yes, we are not of it, but we are in it. So let's be fully in it. We talk about this all the time. I call it being fully incarnated, right? We want to be fully incarnated. But at the same time, we are experiencing this otherworldly energy coming through. And it is bringing a lot of opportunities, right? That's the you decide. And that's the rewards. I think that's where I was going with that energy, is like the rewards of the work that we're doing. Like we get to being human. This is the thing that they want us to understand and appreciate, is being human is in and of itself its own reward, because there are things that we can experience down here, ways that we can express ourselves, ways that we can create that we actually can't do in a non-physical body, that we can't do in these other manifestations of our energy. It's a very profound experience. The level of emotional experience and the ways that we connect and the ways that we seek that out and express that. We can't do that in a lot of other dimensions and realities. And so it's really cool. It's such a gift that we get to do that here. That is its own reward in and of itself, is being able to have this experience. So really relish this experience, really cherish it, and really be open to all of the possibilities that are beginning to unfold for you. It's so much fun when we get to learn who we are, remember who we are, and then utilize and act upon that power in this life, in this reality, in this dimension, in this world, on this earth. That's big stuff. Like, it's really fun when we can automatically, it's just like everyday kind of thing to just manifest what we want in the palm of our hands, to manipulate matter, to teleport, right? All of the stuff that we do out there to appear and disappear and all of that stuff. It doesn't seem like a big deal because we always do it. When we're remembering how to do it down here, and then we're playing that, and we're playing with the laws of this reality, which are different, right? And make things, it's more of a challenge, but it's more of a reward. It's a lot more fun and a lot more interesting. Like, there's so much stuff that we get to do down here, and ways that we get to really reconnect with our essence, with our spiritual essence, our higher essence, while at the same time connecting to this earthly essence, to merging and melding those energies together. Like, that's the true melting pot, right? And that's really, really cool. So it's just seeing and recognizing that. They want us to know how amazing that is, and really like sink into the enjoyment of that, the enjoyment of having this physical vessel, of having this physical experience. But like, we get to decide where we go from here. We're going to have lots of opportunities coming in that we have manifested and we have created through our vibration, through the work that we've done, through the way that we have been listening to our souls and working with our souls and working with our team, right? And then we have jump in, Andromedan energy. So this is that energy of diving into, saying yes to change, saying yes to adventure, looking at this whole journey as an adventure, and really like commanding that, and like taking an active role in that adventure process, right? We talk about co-creators all the time. We are co-adventurers with spirit as well. Remember, Source is experiencing all of this through us. So it's an adventure for Source as much as it is for us. I almost imagine Source like up there kicking back with a bunch of different TV screens all around, just watching all of this unfold, like, oh, this is good stuff. You know what I mean? And then we have a Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So trust in the process. Jump in and know that you are protected. Know that you are held, right? And release anything that you're clinging on to. It doesn't have a place anymore. This came up the other day in a reading that I did, and I thought it was pretty interesting and profound. And it talked about how one of the things that is slowing down the ascension process for some people is that as we are transitioning into the 5D, we still have attachments to aspects of the 3D and things in that reality. And so those attachments are kind of holding our energy hostage a little bit. So it's like learning how to release those attachments and learning what those attachments are. All right. And then we have Earth School coming out. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. With your life as a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Creative accountability, I like that. We are accountable for our creations. But once we know this, that then gives us a level of empowerment, right? But it's really understanding that and coming to terms with the fact that we created everything that we're experiencing. But that's really beautiful once we know that, because we can then take ownership of that and create something different if we want to experience something different. Everything is a choice, right? And so what are you choosing? Understand that it is all about choosing. And sometimes when we don't know we have a choice, it doesn't feel like we're choosing. But once we know, we can then consciously choose instead of subconsciously choosing. And our life is a canvas, right? This is a school, but we get to create, like, this is a school of arts. So our life is our art, right? This incarnation, this human experience is our art. And we can experience that however we choose. And so there's a lot of soul growth. There's a lot of, right, the higher learning, the lessons, right? This is the energy of the student, right? We are that student. And so as we learn these lessons and we progress, we get to teach people who are learning lessons. If they're learning a lesson we've already learned, we can offer them a helping hand. We can offer them our guidance and our wisdom based on what we went through, what we experienced, what we learned in our school of life. And then, of course, this get grounded on the bottom of the deck, always wanting to ground in our energies and the nourishment. We water your garden, body care, tenderness, rest, really taking care of the self and allowing, with this mother's milk card, right? We the Hathors, birth as a portal, right? We are birthing, we are creating, and that is a portal in and of itself. We're being guided, we're being nourished, we're being cared for by the Sacred Mother. She is offering her milk. She is offering her sustenance. She is offering her support to us in this process. And I want to get, do want to pull a couple Keepers of the Light cards. Clear. Guidance on the 3-3 portal. What energies? Who's coming out to assist us? And we have, of course, Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens, like I was talking about on the bottom of the deck. I knew she was going to show up. But we also have Melchizedek, Higher Learning, and Odin, Psychic Insight, coming through. All right? So Melchizedek here to support us. Odin here to support us. And this is about more inner study. This is about the next level of our study. What it is that we're learning next. We've progressed. We've learned the lessons from the last cycle. We're evolving now. But there are new lessons to learn in our evolution. The student and the teacher is what these two cards represent. These are both teachers and students, right? Because we all are. But it's like our role as the student as we progress into our next level of learning, and our role as the teacher as we share what we've learned so far. You have something important to share, this card says. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you, right? This is empowering energy that we're in right now. And Odin, Psychic Insight, your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So follow your inner voice. Follow your intuition. That coming through always so very, very strongly. You know where you're guided to go. You know what you're guided to learn next. You know what you're guided to share. So go there. Learn that. Share that. All right? That's the energy coming through right now. It's like it's that wheel is turning. And it, like, what a ride it is. Let's see what else is coming out. And it is like activations of the third eye coming through with this 3-3 portal as well. A lot of third eye opening, a lot of activating, and that's why we really want to make sure that we're grounding our energy as well. Any more Keepers of the Light that want to come out? We have Freya. Phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So a lot becoming clear with this 3-3 portal. A lot that we're understanding. We're clearly seeing where things need to end so that other things can begin, right? We talk about this process of creation with the 3-3 portal, but creation and Destruction go hand in hand. All right? Endings are new beginnings, right? In order for something new to begin, something else must end. It's these constant cycles, and just understanding and appreciating these cycles for what they are as we move forward toward what's next. Yeah. A lot of people learning and developing their psychic abilities. I'm definitely feeling that coming through strongly. And then we have Serapis Bay Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. So we are ascending, right? And we move through different layers of darkness to get to the next layer of light, right? So it's all about understanding that. And this is all about Serapis Bay is coming through too. And he's telling us, like, do not be fooled by the darkness. The light is here, right? It's not there. It's not on the other side. It's not through the darkness. The light is always present. The darkness is the illusion. So it's seen through. That's what some of these illusions are revealed and released. The darkness is the illusion, and we're beginning to see that, and we're beginning to see right through it. And when enough of us can see right through it, it will cease to exist. It won't have a place anymore. There won't be a need for it, right? That's when we've ascended into the 5th dimension. When we're able to see through that, when we're able to just bring more light into that darkness and then watch as it disappears. So it's don't be fooled by the representations of darkness around you. They are illusion. They are not real. They are there to perpetuate FEAR, but they are not truth. And so it's like the light is coming in, right? Remember, light is information. So the light is coming in and it's showing us and revealing. It's sort of like it's revealing that the lion was really a kitten the whole time. It was just roaring so loud and we couldn't see it clearly, so we thought it was a lion. But it wasn't. It's not. And what do we do with a kitten, right? We show that kitten love. We're automatically loving and compassionate to that kitten. So be the same way to the kitten that's pretending to be a lion, right? The darkness is getting louder, because it is getting weaker and it wants to stay appearing strong. So we just continue to hold our light. We continue to choose love, and we continue to see right through that and to focus on the light and the love. Focus on what it is that we want to create, what it is that we are creating, and know that just like that light is always there, what we're wanting to create is already there too. It's just we are shifting to match its frequency. We are shifting to meet it. All right, and then we have the Shenika, sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Right? This is following your bliss. This is being fully incarnated. This is expressing your gifts, really owning them. And yes, like we're continuing to grow and progress and learn and become more confident and become more comfortable in them. But like, don't wait until then to express them. Express them now. Express them however you see fit. Express yourself. This is that energy of dancing with abandon. Dancing through your life with abandon. Not worrying about who's there, who's looking, who's watching. Just moving the way that you are called to move. Yeah. Stepping more deeply into ourselves. And then we have the Mother Mary energy coming out to love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is available at this time. All right. Choose peace. We're always being guided to choose peace in every situation right now. Right? It's like if we meet resistance with more resistance, we only get more resistance. If we meet HATE with HATE, we only get more HATE. And so we want to meet everything with love. We want to meet everything with peace. And when we do that, we naturally transform it. Yeah. It's not about, it's also bringing up that old quote that I use sometimes. Would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? And then we have Archangel Michael coming out, trusting heaven. And we have Dwal Kul, Dharma unfolding. All right. So Archangel Michael is here to help assist you in the unfolding path of your Dharma, of your life's purpose, of your life's work. He wants you to know that you're safe. The angels stand close. He wants you to surrender your concerns so a miracle can occur, right? Just release that, give that all to him. He is willing to bear that burden because it's not a burden for him. He can instantly transform that because he holds this power of divine sacred love, right? That is his power. People wonder why Archangel Michael is so powerful. How can he be in all these different places? How can he answer all these different prayers? How can he be involved in all of these different things? It's because he holds that much love within him, and love is that powerful, right? He is an ultimate manifestation of the sacred divine masculine energy. And he can take all of that because to him it's nothing. It's all light. It's all light. It's all love. It is instantly transformed. His light and his vibration, because it is such a pure essence of love, instantly transforms anything that gets within his scope, right? That's why we can feel his energy. It feels so peaceful. It feels so, we're able to surrender and release into it, is because his presence automatically liberates us. That's what we are, each of us, striving to become. That's what we're learning. That's what we can learn from him, right? Is what he's saying. That's what we can do. Be that light. And when you are that pure vibration of light, when you come from that purity of intent and devotion, and you stand in that light, it melts away all resistance. It instantly transforms everything. It transforms situations. It transforms people. It transforms dimensions. Okay? So that's what we're working towards and building towards and getting closer to with this portal. I'm assuming, since this energy is coming through in the 3-3 portal video. I'm going to pull a couple conscious spirit cards. Clear. Any guidance from the conscious spirit deck for us for this 3-3 portal? We have throat chakra and sacral chakra coming out. This is about, I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. And I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. So really feeling comfortable in our own skin. That's what this is all about. When we're comfortable in our own skin, we're able to speak our truth, right? We feel comfortable doing that. So it's really us becoming, I feel with this portal, more comfortable in and centered in ourselves. I feel like I don't want to cover up Archangel Michael's face. I just love him so much. He doesn't mind. He's laughing at me. But yeah, it's us stepping into a deeper level of comfort within ourselves. And that process is facilitating us using our voice more, us speaking out more, us expressing ourselves more completely, right? Expressing the truth and the beauty of who we are without worrying about how people are going to perceive us, whether people are going to judge us, just standing in the glory of who we are, which is absolutely beautiful. And then spirit guides on the bottom of the deck. I open my heart to my guides and trust in the wisdom they share with me. So your spirit guides are going to be really accessible. Archangel Michael, all of the guides, Serapis Bey, Freya, Odin, Melchizedek, Master Buddha on the bottom of the deck, increased awareness, and then Radha as well, Soul Flame. All of these, they're all very accessible during this 3-3, always. But during this 3-3 portal, so reach out to any of them or anyone you feel drawn to if you need or require assistance. Reach out to your spirit guides. They're always there. They're just waiting. They're basically like waiting by the phone for you to call. And you call just by addressing them, just by speaking to them with that intent for them to hear. They're always wanting to assist us as directly as we let them, but we have to ask, we have to give them permission. We operate in a universe of free will. Whether we always feel it or see it or not, we absolutely do. We must consent to absolutely everything that we experience. And we can revoke that consent at any time. Sometimes we consent by default because by just agreeing or going along, or because we don't understand that we have a choice. We just go through the motions. But once we realize, we then gain the ability to decide whether or not we consent. And so with our guides and our angels, if we don't ask for that help, that is considered the same as not consenting. So when you ask them for help, you are consenting to be guided. You are allowing them that leeway that they need to perform miracles in your life. And then we have Forest Frolic Maiden. I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. So really tapping into that inner child as well, which is very beautiful. Right? That joyfulness, that playfulness that we always talk about. And your own path. I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. This card comes up all the time in the daily readings. That's what we're being guided to do. That's the whole purpose. And how do we find that path? How do we navigate that path? By following our bliss, by following our passion, by following our joy. And then we have Archangel Raphael on the bottom of the deck as well. And so he's showing up to offer to bring healing and knowledge, to guide you through this 3-3 portal energy as well. All right. I think that that's going to do it. No, I want to pull an Earth Magic card to close. Clear. 3-3 portal guidance. Whoa, that was quick. All right. So we got new beginnings and wake up call. Dawn and tsunami. And so things becoming clear as those illusions are released, right? And some of those things may be a wake up call. But we are waking up in order to facilitate a new beginning. Whatever we're being shown is necessary. It's necessary for us to see that and understand that so that we can move forward and have the new beginning that's waiting for us. And then we have the dance celebration card on the bottom of the deck. So I love it. More of that energy of celebrating, of finding our joy, of really tapping into that and riding that out. That is the energy of creation, right? That energy of joy. And then I love the rain purification card under that. With the love and compassion, and the meadow, vulnerability. All right, so really open up to that, opening up to the ways that our heart can be purified, that our being can be purified through experiencing more compassion and more vulnerability. It's just that those beautiful energies coming through. There's a big, especially in the wake of this Virgo full moon, which I feel connected, like I said, to this portal, with that energy of purification. So just allow that process to unfold. Allow the ascended masters, all of the keepers of the light, all of these beautiful beings to assist in that process of your purification as you open your heart up more to compassion, more to vulnerability, and know that it's safe for you to be vulnerable. That's what all of these beautiful beings are coming through to let you know, is you are fully supported in that process. You are protected, you are held, you are safe. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, like this video. If this is your first time finding my channel, subscribe if you want to catch more. I do daily videos every day where we talk about the Ascension energies. We talk about the Mayan astrology as well as the Western astrology, what that holds for the day. We do a little mini reading. I do lots of videos on different astrological things, on different Ascension topics. We do some twin flame stuff every now and then. We do some pick-a-piles, messages. all kinds of different things. We have a lot of fun. And so if you like the vibe, come and join the tribe. We would love to have you. I know that there are some new people that sometimes stumble upon me during these portal videos. So I want to throw that out for all of you. And I want to welcome you to my channel if you are new. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. My email is also down below with a description of my services. I offer a bunch of different things. I offer Theta healing. I offer Belvaspata, which works with incredibly high vibrational beings of light, the angelic realms. It's known as the modality of miracles. It can really assist in a deep, deep transformation, whatever that it is that you require at this time. So reach out to me for those things. I do personal readings. I do a whole bunch of different things. If you are subscribing for the first time, make sure you click the bell with the little squigglies so you get the notifications when I put out more videos. And I thank you. I appreciate you. Drop a comment, you guys. Let me know how this is resonating. Let me know how you're feeling about this 3-3 portal energy. And I will talk to you all very, very soon.